So I was working the other day.
Yeah.
And one of the assembly workers was telling me that a guy from anodizing, which I don't know if you know what anodizing is.
I understand
right?
the process, yeah.
You can look it up. I don't care.
Aluminum turns fun colors, electricity's involved. Yeah. It's really cool.
It's a cool process. It's probably on how it's made. You'll fall asleep halfway through.
And they'll narrate it way better than we can.
100%. Anyways, there's a guy over in anodizing. Apparently he got fired. Mm-hmm. You want to know how he got fired?
Oh, I'd love to.
He was going to the women's bathroom.
Oh, no.
In shipping, which is a one-person bathroom, sleeping.
Huh.
Just sleeping for like hours at a time.
Same.
And you do the same thing.
Yeah, they think I have like IBS. No, I'm taking naps.
At least you do in the men's bathroom, right?
Yeah, for sure.
See, that's why.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yeah, yeah, for legal reasons. But I don't understand why he did the women's, because most of the people over in shipping are women.
Yeah, you would think that would draw way more suspicion.
There's one guy over in shipping. That's on at least the day shift. There's one guy over there.
Especially if it's a one-holer kind of bathroom. You would think all the girls in shipping would be like, why can't we go to the bathroom?
I think that's why he got caught.
Oh, I would bet.
I just don't understand.
If you can be missing from your post long enough to nap, there's no reason you couldn't make it all the way out to your car in the parking lot without anybody noticing. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're supposed to be on the line and you go and take a nap in the women's room, you could have just gone all the way to your car and done so.
100%.
The outcome would be the same. And you know the car seat's more comfortable.
That's a fair point. Yeah, because I didn't even think of that.
Like, put a sunshade up in your window. You'd be invisible in there.
One of the eyeball ones, like Kerchow. You know, like where your car...
the Lightning McQueen kind of thing.
You look like the Cars thing. Yeah, that's what I would do. Did you hear that? I haven't watched the finale of Loki yet. I've watched all the other episodes.
I've not watched any of them.
Apparently, it is confirmed that Owen Wilson not one time says "wow." So it's kind of disappointing, but...
You know that had to be a conscious effort on his part, because he became a meme for like 8 years where like that was his...
Yeah.
That's the only thing you knew Owen Wilson for other than Cars and like Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, because I read a thing that apparently he was wanting to get out of his box of that meme thing that he did not want that.
I totally get that.
Because I guess they talked about doing it. Mm-hmm. But he was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do a different character.
The amount of times he says it in like Night at the Museum, it's painful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we should open all. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're back with episode 2. Jordan, what kind of socks are you wearing today?
I have business monkey socks. There's a great tie going on and some red staplers. Shout out to Office Space.
All right.
What about you, John?
I got some fun cacti.
Nice.
I was actually putting it on, and one of them wrinkled just the right way. It's this one over here. You kind of can't see it. It kind of looks like it's got some booty cake, though. Like
the color combination with the ring on the top is definitely giving off some the Bears kind of vibes.
The Bears. Yeah, because I got like a really bright blue toe.
We're gonna have to set up like a sock cam.
Yeah, just like
no,
that'd be kind of weird. That's gonna be weird.
Way too quick.
There's gonna be somebody
almost instantaneously.
You know, actually, fun fact: it was a TikTok thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which a lot of things are TikTok things anymore. That's where you learn stuff. If you're a normal human being. A neuroscientist, or I think doctor, whatever, was explaining why foot fetishes are one of the most common fetishes. And he was saying that the part of your brain that the stimulant that your genitalia gives off, that like You get boners or whatever, for us at least, right? Hopefully. Keep getting ads for blue pills. I don't know why, but whatever.
That Google search history doing you dirty.
I just want it to be bigger. It works. I just want it to be bigger.
Yeah.
Anyway. He was saying that like right next to it is the sensation you get in your feet. So apparently that's why a foot fetish is like one of the most common fetishes that you can have.
Not me.
I mean, like,
Keep your feet as far away from me as possible.
We have a whole podcast that we talk about our feet for like a solid minute and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
I mean, I don't care about my feet.
Oh,
I just don't want other people's feet anywhere near my body.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm also just like doesn't do anything for me. But like, it's still weird. It's still odd. But regardless, I'm looking at my notes now because I'm going to do that a lot. Oh, another thing that I had. Okay, so it's a work scenario. Actually, one of my coworkers, I told her about us doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I told a good amount of friends that we had this idea for a while.
Yeah.
And I guess a couple months, whatever. And told them how it came about, everything like that. So I was like, oh, she came over and she had a question, and I was typing up a thought for this to bring up her question. And she's like, oh, you should tell them some work stories. Funny shit happens. You know? Like, I can't think of anything right now. I'm like, what you got for me? What do you got? So we have this coworker. I'm not going to name names or anything like that. He is so high energy, right? He is like happy-go-lucky every morning. I feel like he's the energy that I would be if I took a bump of cocaine before I went to work. Like in the bathroom at work.
Yeah.
That would be
straight out of that, like, and then out onto the floor with everybody.
Like if I took it at home, still not at that point because I would wear off for like the 18-minute drive I have. Straight up, gets to work, bump off the toilet seat up in the office, and he's ready. That kind. So we started talking about it. We're like, and she came up with a good, oh, maybe this is why. She's like, maybe he's like crazy or like has a dark side or something. And like, we both came to we're like, he's got to be weird or crazy or got a dark side, something fun, like something that would be fun. That's why like he's hiding it. And we were really disappointed because he's just a Bible thumper.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so...
That doesn't rule out the dark side, though, let's be real.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
Not to offend the Catholic audience, but come on.
Yeah, it doesn't rule anything out. I'll give you that. But it definitely made it... It was like a lot of things clicked all of a sudden. We're like, oh, that's why you act like that.
Yep.
Because he was talking about how he was tired or something because he got up at 4:00 to go work out.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't work out after work because he had to go preach or something or help preach at his church. We're like, oh, it's a lot more sense why you're like this. And no disrespect to religions and stuff, but I feel like everyone knows the type that I'm talking about.
100%.
Just, yeah,
we've all met them.
Like they're overly nice. Like he's just so nice. And it's like, why are you so nice to me? Like, stop.
And those of us that aren't religious or weren't brought up in that just cannot fathom it. It's outside of our brains.
When someone's that nice to me, I'm like, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me? Because I know you want something. And yeah, so I told her, I was like, I'll do it. She was like, all right, let me know what episode it is. She goes, because I don't listen to podcasts, but I want to listen to that. Just that, that episode at least. She goes, if I like it, I'll keep listening. I'm like, all right, I'll let you know. So I had to bring that up. But I don't I don't know. It was such a letdown. It was really just such a letdown.
Yeah, you were hoping for the like Miami kind of guy, goes home, does lines of coke all night, wakes up, does the same thing.
Maybe bang some hookers every now and then. Yeah, just some weird...
Totally unrealistic in Northwest Indiana kind of situation.
Yeah, really though.
Nobody here gets paid enough to afford cocaine. Let's be real.
No. No.
Nobody lives that lifestyle here.
I feel like I make just enough that I can buy it, but I feel really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like I do it and I'd feel really bad about it. And then I wouldn't do it again because I'd be like, that was a waste of money. Okay. Yeah, I got one other thing.
All right, shoot.
So I feel like I'm a pretty tech savvy guy, right?
Yeah.
And you are too.
Yeah. For the most part.
How the fuck does somebody get on the dark web?
I've done it one time.
You've done it?
Yeah. It's not really that hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did it back in like shit, it had to be like 2012 or something, back when that kind of dark web exploration was like something exciting and fun to do. There's not really that much there. It was like you're either there to buy weed or like order a hit on somebody. There's no middle ground. And like
I want someone dead or I kind of want to get high.
Yeah. And there's not really it's not like there's a search engine for it. You had to know where you were going. So the exploration of it died out really quick, for me at least.
Yeah, see,
there wasn't anything to look at.
I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, the internet's so vast. And I'm like, I know how to find what I gotta find. But I'm like, I didn't. You see the movies and stuff where it's like, oh, we got on the dark web. Or you see the stupid challenges on YouTube, the 3 a.m. like
I ordered
dark
a
web.
Box from the dark web. What's in it? That kind of thing.
Exactly. You watch those and it's like, I don't even know how to get on the dark web. No idea. Not the first clue.
I remember there was a flash drive involved. Other than that, I got nothing.
Did you do it with friends or just on your own?
Just on my own.
So where'd you get the flash drive?
No, you didn't have to like, you were supposed to keep the client for what you were doing on the flash drive because then it wouldn't be associated with something on your computer. Doing it on an external drive had something to do with it, but I honestly don't even really remember what the hell it was about.
You're on a list somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, we grew up in the Wild West of the internet. We're all on a list.
Oh, yeah. I remember when, like, Booble was the big porn site.
Booble?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that. No.
It might still be a thing. I have no idea. I mean, like, Pornhub's a thing now, so, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, Booble. It was, like, a big... I remember my cousin showing it to me, and I'm like, there's pictures of naked ladies. Oh, my God.
It cracks me up how sensitive, and not to just, like, immediately get on the internet's too soft these days kind of thing, but it blows my mind some of these kids on TikTok that didn't grow up seeing, like, one guy, one screwdriver, that kind of really dark kind of shit.
Or Mr. Hands.
Yep.
Or the one man, one jar.
Oh, fuck.
That
popping noise.
Yeah, dude, that messed me up. And then you just see it all coming out.
And you wonder why we don't get offended by anything. We're completely desensitized.
I think that's why I have such an issue with the boomers, I guess. And this is going to be not just like boomer people, but like even our parents' age, where they're like,
well, my parents are boomers, but I've got old parents.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yours are like normal age for our generation.
Kinda. I mean, yeah. I mean, my dad's in his 50s, so like he's not a boomer, but he's older, definitely older generation. Or getting there. I think that might be why I'm so offended that they're like, oh, your generation's so soft. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro.
Unless you guys went to Nam, you have not seen the shit we saw on the internet. Period.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, if you have seen
what was it? The Pain Olympics? Do you remember that?
Yeah, where guys
just like video after video of people hurting the hell out of themselves.
A lot of people were cutting their members off.
Yeah.
Like it was
fucked up.
Yeah, it was
None
bad.
of us should have seen that.
It was so bad. I still don't know. That has to be some reason why our generation has such a bad issue with like depression and anxiety. Like
that, and the entire economy is rigged against us. But
that's a lesson.
Yeah, we're gonna end up on a whole podcast about that.
That's something for another day. But I mean, you wanna read some would you rather's or shower thoughts first?
Let's start on would you rather.
Yeah, you throw some at me and I'll answer them. And then you can do whatever, you can answer them after, whatever. Because I don't even want to see them. I just want you to.
Yeah, I got you. These ones suck. Hang on, we'll get there.
I mean, we can always like cut a gap in
All
between if it goes too long.
Rather get stung by a bee or get bitten by 100 mosquitoes?
B. One B.
1B.
1B.
Mosquitoes for me. Fuck the bee sting.
No.
I have such a bad...
look at my arms, right?
Oof.
All mosquito bites.
Yeah.
Carly has bees.
Mm-hmm.
My wife. And the only time that I'm like, man, that would suck, is she got stung on the face.
Ooh.
And her face swelled up. It was the only time I was like, oh.
See, I always managed to step on them, and then your foot is fucked up for like 2 weeks.
I'm not that allergic to bees.
Yeah, I do
usually
not have a good reaction.
as long as I can get the stinger out fast enough.
Yeah,
it hurts for a couple days, but like mosquito bites, I don't know what it is. Weeks. I'm like itching my skin off, like scabs.
Waking up in the middle of the night, like rubbing your legs together to scratch mosquito bites.
I'll have like scars sometimes.
That's
because
nuts.
I'm like,
they don't bug me that bad. Bees. That answers that one.
I would honestly, 100% honesty right now, I would do the same amount of bees as the same amount of mosquitoes. Right? I'm not kidding.
You're a madman.
No.
You're a madman. Survive without sleep or without food and water?
Sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. If I love sleeping, don't get me wrong, but like if I didn't have to do it, the amount of stuff I could get done. Yeah,
like if for some reason, because I like food.
Yeah, I'm right.
Because I think I'm a very adventurous eater.
Mm-hmm.
I like to try new things, and we like to cook new things.
Yeah,
that would kind of suck, knowing that I didn't have to do it anymore.
Right.
But if I didn't have to sleep, it's 8 to, well, I usually only sleep like 5 hours. So that's like 5 to 8 hours, say, that I get back in my day to do something.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Great. Get so much work done.
We hired a guy in our office that he loves to cook. He loves cooking for his family, that kind of thing. Completely picky eater. He likes plain meat, like on a bun. No condiments, no lettuce,
But he likes to cook.
Yeah, he loves cooking, but doesn't really like eating anything adventurous. Like, we'll go to Mexican restaurants and he'll order like tacos with just lettuce.
So he'll cook something like super adventurous for his family, but then
he'll make
cook himself like a hamburger with no sauce on the side.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
He's so enthusiastic about it too. Like, he loves doing the cooking for his family.
That's so fun. That kind of reminds me of like, you ever have that friend whose family you'd be out with, and like they had siblings or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, let's go to McDonald's, and one of them was like, I want Burger King. so then the parents were like, well, I guess we'll go to both places. No. Me and Carly have gotten into this before where I'm like, man, like, Wendy's sounds good. And she's like, oh, I want Dairy Queen. I'm like, all right, I'll find something. Because like, I'm not going to 2 places.
No.
It's dumb to wait through 2
with as
lines.
much time as drive-thrus take anymore. Like, let's be real. You go to Taco Bell, you're there for 10 minutes, period.
And to do that with kids.
Nope.
Like, I never understood those friends.
Yeah.
Like,
my family would get into an argument just trying to decide which one we were all going to agree to, rather than try and make multiple stops.
Yeah. You never make multiple stops.
No.
Screw that. The only time you do that is grocery shopping. You save money. And that's only because I grew up poor. But food, no. Go to the same place. But, all right, you got any more?
Let's see what we got. I love people that post would you rathers that only have one scenario. Like, that's not how this works, man.
Give me one real quick.
Hang on.
I'm just curious.
I scrolled past it. Oh, this one. Where would you rather be stranded for 3 days? I don't think that fits the mold of would you rather. That's just like where you'd like to be stuck. Hawaii, clearly, is my choice.
My house?
Right?
All my shit's here.
If I get to choose where I'm stranded for 3 days, does it count as stranded if you're at home? Like, I can survive on the beach in Hawaii for 3 days.
Yeah. I mean...
You're not really stranded when you're home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's so open-ended. I can make a really good argument on how I could get stranded at home.
Go for it. While I search for a good scenario here.
Well, now you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, you did it to me last episode. Figure it out, bud.
You get locked in your room for 3 days.
How do you get locked in your own room for 3 days?
Well, so actually...
Is someone locking you in your room?
Maybe.
Oh.
Not here, but... fun fact, when Carly's parents bought their house, we renovated the whole place. One of the doors, the lock on the outside. So you could lock people into the room.
Ooh, that's kind of dark.
It was so... Our dog wouldn't even go in the room. Until we painted and redid the floors and stuff, he refused to go into that room.
That's messed up.
Yeah, so there was something off about it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the dog don't like something, or a dog doesn't like a person, I'm not jiving with that.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Dogs are like the immediate judgment call that I do not fuck with.
100%.
If your dog doesn't trust you, no.
Nope.
On the flip side of that, people that don't fuck with pets, like they just don't have pets, can't stand having animals, immediate red flag.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, this will be a good one for you. Would you rather have a pet spider or a pet snake?
I've had both.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have a spider. It's right behind you.
Shout out to Sheena.
Yeah. I think we're going to buy a Mexican black snake next time we got to get dart frogs first. Carly wants dart frogs. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go spider.
Really?
Just because I've always... Spider-Man was a big, like, my favorite hero growing up when I was younger. So, like, I think I've always had a fascination with spiders. Snakes are super cool, and I would love one. And I've had one. But spiders, I think, are just so much more interesting. They got all the legs. Like, there's 8 more reasons to like a spider over a snake.
Well, that's not fair to the snake. He's already in a losing battle. If we're judging this straight off of leg count, they're starting losing.
Well, yeah.
I would totally have a snake before I had a spider.
They have a lot of personality.
Snakes or spiders?
Snakes.
Okay.
But, I mean, Shino's so small that I can't really tell yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once he gets big enough to where I can hold him and actually like maintain where he goes. He's so fast now that I can't hold him. Like without losing him pretty quick. That you kind of can't tell their personality yet. He's pretty chill for the most part. But like when we had Vlad, our king snake, he loved to cuddle. Like he would just like warm up to you and just wanted to like
snuggle the heat out of you.
Yeah, just snuggle you.
That's cool.
Yeah. So on that end, a snake's a little cooler because they start off a little bigger when you get them too. Mm-hmm. So they're a little you can handle.
Have you seen the people that keep like jumping spiders as pets?
That's insane.
Talk about like personality in a small creature. They're so cool.
Yeah, but how do you keep track of them?
I mean, they're in the same kind of enclosure that Shino's in right now.
But Shino, when he gets big enough, I can take him out. And I can put them on my desk.
Or with the jumping spider, no way.
You take them out of the enclosure and they're gone. I would hate, like, I don't think I would want to do that. I guess, like, spider wise, if I could get a tarantula, I would pick that over a snake. Like, if I could go that. Now I'm kind of changing my answer a little bit. If I could get a tarantula, go spider. If I couldn't, and it was just like, here's any spider, I'd probably be like, I'm gonna go with the safe bet. I'll get a snake.
Snakes all day for me, but the live feeding just messes with me a little bit. Really? I don't know if I can bring myself to it.
Really?
Because I used to keep rodents all the time. Like, I had hamsters growing up and rats, all sorts of small rodent kind of stuff, and I know the amount of personality that those animals have, and I war with myself whether or not I'd be able to, like, feed that to a snake.
I've always wanted a rat. I think they're kind of cool.
They're cool.
And when we had our snake, we fed them pygmy mice, and they were already frozen.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like it felt
that
little
takes
bit,
some of the cruelty out of it, I guess.
At least they weren't alive, but
yeah,
I get where you're going. Where it's like, oh, I'm buying this animal, that I could get attached to, and I'm feeding it to another one.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I don't know. Spiders, if I can have.
What you got? Anything?
Okay, we got some thoughts here. Vegans who raise their children vegan but breastfeed them aren't raising them exclusively vegan.
Yeah.
Even if you eat vegan, you still are producing milk that is not vegan.
Are you holding yourself to a higher standard than animals?
You can't.
Yeah, no, that kind of goes against the whole mantra.
Yeah, you can't. Like, if you're vegan, you can't hold yourself higher.
Yeah, everybody's on a level playing field.
Should be.
Should be.
I feel... I'm going to piss some vegans off. But I feel like generally vegans do hold themselves in a higher standard than everyone else, though.
Oh,
like, just inherently, they're like, we don't need meat, so we're better than you. And it's like,
And on the flip side of that, you've got those guys that are like, I'm sticking it to the vegans by eating exclusively red meat on red meat with bacon. I can't stand those people.
I always see, like, on meme pages and stuff, like, people at vegan rallies walking up with a hamburger. It's like, really?
You got nothing better to do?
Like, that pisses me off just as much as the vegan rally does. Like, it's just like a video of everything pissing me off at that moment. It's like, stop. Just let people do what they want to do.
And I lived with a vegetarian she was vegetarian for 7 or 8 years. And even her family would, like, try and, like, visibly eat meat in front of her just to mess with her.
That's just stupid.
It's ridiculous.
You should have something better to do. Like, vegans are fine. Eat whatever you want. Just don't act like you're better than somebody else. And yeah, like you said, on the flip side, where it's like the full carnivore diet, don't act like you hunt and eat whatever, like, all the meat you want. Stop. Just stop.
Enjoy your heart attack at 45 because you've never seen lettuce.
Yeah. 100%. I agree. All right, here you go. You really get to know how unoriginal you are when you choose a username. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way someone else had your username on, like, Xbox.
Oh, yeah, no. And I'm not putting it out there for people to find, but, like...
I won't say it.
Yeah.
But there's no way. Like, you type that in, there's no way.
Yeah, most of the usernames that I've had, unless I'm using, like, first and last name or, like, first name with a variation of things, I haven't really had to fight for my usernames ever.
See...
Because all of mine have been dumb as shit. Nobody else wants that. They're just stupid.
See, like, my old gamer tag was Johnny Don't Take Guff.
Mm-hmm.
And I spell it funny because of the character limit. So I had to put Joni, so it was Jony. And it's not my gamer tag anymore, so you can't find me. And everyone was like, how'd you come up with that? It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't take guff. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't have to deal with it. And then my last name, like, not a lot of people have it or integrate it into their username, so I've never had the issue.
Yeah.
And that's not because I'm original. It's just because I have a stupid last name.
And for me, I've got a pretty common last name, but all of the usernames where I use my actual name, I got like 8 or 10 years ago when there wasn't that much competition out there for your username.
That is the only
I didn't
nice
have to
thing.
work that hard at it, let's be real.
Yeah, that's the only nice thing about it.
I added my favorite number to the end of most things. That's all you had to do.
And I feel like if you went with your name or what, even just our age, like we were old enough when we started, like, because it's like, oh, you have to be 13. None of us in our age group were ever 13 when we joined social media. We'll just be honest now. The internet was still so new for us that we pretty much had our picking.
Yeah, we started out lying about our age and taking whatever we really wanted username wise.
100%. The history we know could be entirely false.
To some extent, I can see it. I mean, history's written by the victor, but...
I agree. I also will highly agree to this because a lot of the history that you will learn in America is not the truth.
Oh, it's fully whitewashed.
Yeah. It very much makes white people look better than they are. Like, it makes, Thomas Jefferson look way better than he is when he, had sex with his slaves and then his children were in slavery.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's way dark. It's stupid dark. But
there's not a blip in the history books about the residential schools. That's a big thing in the news right now, uncovering what happened at those residential schools on the reservations up in Canada, and I'm sure it happened in the U.S. too, and we just didn't learn about it.
A lot of people I knew did not realize that we had a version of concentration camps in America during World War II for Japanese, Chinese, or Asian Americans in general.
Yeah.
Because we did not know the difference at the time between Asian cultures.
Our history curriculum touched on it a little bit, recognized it, but
not enough to really ingrain how messed up it was.
Yeah.
It kind of made it sound like we put them in these areas
with houses
they were okay. They were okay there. We just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to do anything.
When in reality, there were people starving and dying in those camps.
Yes, and doing hard manual labor, just like Jewish people did in Germany and gypsies. It was the same thing. It was just as dark, and now every Trumper is gonna unfollow us.
Goodbye. You won't be missed. Let's get that out of the way in the second episode.
Realizing you're insane is a sane thought. Is it? Well, if you're sane and you think you're insane, can you be sane and think you're insane? That's a couple thoughts I just threw at you.
I wasn't ready to process any of that today. And that's what happens when you get on shower thoughts here, but...
Yeah, any more would you rathers?
Let's find one.
Okay, here right now. Peeing on urinal cakes. This is only for guys. Number one. Peeing on urinal cakes is the ultimate real life mini game.
For sure.
I'm trying to think of a better one. I think packing your car with groceries is a better mini game.
trying to get from the car with the groceries to the house in one trip.
Yes. Every time. You know, one time I did it and I forgot a bag and I let cheese. I left cheese in our car for 2 days.
Better than seafood.
It didn't smell because it was,
it's cheese.
Sealed really well. But Carly did not want to use it for anything. And
I don't blame her.
She was very mad at me. And I don't blame her either. But my thing was like, it doesn't stink. Use it. I'm not going to eat it. I can't eat it.
Would you rather earn a penny every time you took a step or $1 every time you jumped?
Would I know?
Let's say yes.
Jump.
Yeah. You just sit there and grind
I would
out.
jump everywhere.
Yeah.
I would stop walking completely. Like, are you kidding me?
You'd be that guy at work until you've made enough money jumping that you can just stop working.
I would come home from work and jump all night long.
No sleep, only jump.
Dude, my quads and calves would be ridiculous.
Immaculate.
Yeah. It'd be performed in all, because I work out during lunch at work because we have a gym. That'd be all.
You'd have
all
to
lunch.
switch to doing like handstand jumps after a while just so you could work out the
Would
top
those
half.
count?
I mean, you're still leaving the ground.
Sure. I'd incorporate it as long as it counted.
What else we got? Come on, Reddit. These are way too deep.
Oh man, I'm not not in the right mind space to get that deep.
Would you rather gain all knowledge from books by just touching them, or gain any physical skills by just watching a video of them being performed?
Well, see, I feel like there's two parts, because if that skill's in a book, you gain all that knowledge.
Just the knowledge of how to do it, not the physical ability to do it. You just know about it.
I personally would do the physical ability one because I've always wanted to learn how to fight, like proper martial arts.
Yeah, you
fighting.
watch one pro boxing kind of situation.
I'm stupid into anime. You telling me I can watch Naruto and magically I can do any of the jutsus?
Your hands are going wild.
Yeah, I can do fireball
throwing shurikens
jutsu,
while you're flying through the air.
just Chidori someone in the chest. Come on, hell yeah! I would be the stupidest guy walking around. You tell me I'm stupid though, I'd Chidori you right through the fucking chest, immediately.
On the flip side of that question, if you can gain all the knowledge out of a book just by touching the book, does that mean you could just put your hand on a bookshelf in the library and Naruto run down the fucking aisle and just have all of the knowledge in the world when you get to the end?
100%.
That all day.
Could you could you imagine? You remember they have the adult section of libraries?
No, because I didn't spend any time in the library.
Okay, that's fair. I went to...
My closest library was a 15-minute drive, and nobody ever wanted to go there.
Yeah, so I remember... Well, the flip... Just, let's say... I've never been there, but I know people have. Go to Lion's Den. go to the magazine section.
What does that knowledge do for you, though?
I don't know.
I feel like I've probably already attained half of that.
Would you touch it? Just to see? Just to see if you got any more knowledge about it?
What if you learn something you don't want to know how to do?
It's any book. You want to know how to do a vasectomy?
Not especially.
Maybe you touched the wrong book. I'm going to learn how to sew up someone's asshole.
In what book are you finding that info?
I don't know, but you might touch that book.
Yeah, I feel like you get more control over the power if you're doing the videos straight to physical knowledge thing. Because you kind of have to seek that out.
Because, videos, generally you watch what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Like anymore. Because you have streaming services and you have YouTube and stuff.
But with mine, you could trip into a bookshelf and then learn the history of the world that you didn't want to know about.
Yeah, because there's no blockbusters anymore. I mean, and even if you fell into a DVD stand, you're not gonna learn all of it. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
See, right now I'm thinking, man, I really wish if I could watch one of the podcasts that took off.
Learn how to, do this successfully.
Yeah, maybe something would take off and I could do this full time instead.
Yeah,
because this is a lot more fun. And I think that's all we got at the moment.
Where are we at?
We're like 40 minutes.
Oh shit.
We're gonna do like half-hour episodes. And we get to the second episode, we're like, fuck it. 40 minutes.
We might actually have to edit this one.
Maybe. There's a couple spots that we could edit a little bit out.
I need to learn how to edit.
It's not hard.
You can't be in charge of this whole thing by yourself.
I'm in charge of the other ones. I mean, like, I don't have to be. It's just I like editing.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I wish is that I had an editor for my YouTube. Because if I had an editor for my YouTube, I'd do it a lot more often.
Yeah.
But I only do like a video a month because
after work it takes a lot of time.
That takes so long. Like, podcasts aren't that long. You just edit out like the big empty spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Mess with the audio for like 10-15 minutes. Like, you can bust those out. The hardest part about the podcast is it's so quick.
Yeah.
Like, I can edit them so quick that it's just like, I'll do it tomorrow. So,
see, for me to actually learn how to do it, I'd have to get into that like ADHD hyperfixate mode where I learn everything about editing in a week span and then never want to do it again.
Like, burn yourself out.
Oh yeah, that's how my brain works. If I get interested in something, I just consume it until I don't want to do it anymore and it goes away.
See, I'm a lot better now because I'm on medication. So, like, it's made it a lot easier. Because, like, before I did that. And now I'm just like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah. Like, how many $1,000 hobbies do I actually need to have that I get bored with and then never do again?
I think I would start hyperfixating if I got paid. Like, if this turned into an actual side hustle, I would get a little bit more fixated on it.
Probably.
But right now, the lowest amount of effort I can put into everything and have fun,
yeah,
the better. So that's what we're gonna do. And that's episode 2. So we'll see you later, and check out our socials in the bio and follow us and like whatever. Do that thing.
Whatever the internet does these days. Oh.
I don't know. Real quick, I heard that a lot of people, you get paid better if you put your videos on Pornhub. So there's some content.
There's people that are just switching to that platform.
That's my wife in the other room. Yeah, there's some people that are posting their content on like Pornhub.
Honestly, Pornhub could probably just like take YouTube's ankles out from underneath of them if they put a safe for work kind of platform that they also own. Call it like, well, VidHub still sounds like a porn site, but spin it in a way that, call it something hub.
Yeah.
And people would probably migrate away from the YouTube platform.
There needs to be someone, because YouTube's getting so bad about how much they're paying people.
Yeah.
And us talking about it is probably going to get those demonetized.
Yeah, we're never going to get monetized anyways, but whatever.
No.
It means we can say what the hell we want.
Yeah. So if you want, we could greatly use a sponsor. And that's it. That's all we got.